presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, can't really complain. First of all, I wanted to thank you for the bargain re-up on the gold report. I've been getting it for quite a while, and for a couple of years there, it was like an insurance policy. I'd say, oh, I got to buy gold, and the gold report would say, oh, no, not yet. And lately, it's like a winning lottery ticket. So it's working really well all around.
I appreciate the feedback, Marty. Thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 10 hours a day. It's a beautiful thing, and that just started today, folks. Market-wise, what do we have out here? We have the Dow Industrials down 37, NASDAQ off 3.5, S&Ps are off 2.5. We have the gold contract up $4.80, silver's up 12 cents. Copper up $0.015. Bonds, the ever-ready bunny in the bond market, 10 years at 125.09, 30 years at 138.14, and King Dollar, she's up 26, trading at 80.61. Euro is flat at 135. The yen is trading at 101.37. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of TFNN, folks, in the world of the Tom O'Brien Show, what we started out here today, we're really excited about it. We have a new host, John Logan, who you've heard many times on my show. He is kicking us off at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's the Global Market Pulse. You can check out John 8 o'clock in the morning. I changed the Tom O'Brien Show. We're going from, I had been going from 4 to 6. This is pretty amazing, actually. Blows my mind how fast time goes. For approximately 17 years. I started the program 18 years ago, and, you know, on WBMW in Boston, which we're still on, which is a beautiful thing. We love that area. We love that program. But I had started it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Bottom line, I'm going to go from 3 to 5 each and every day, and it's dynamite when getting the last hour of the market when the market is opened. 877-927-6648. So let's bisect and dissect this market, folks. Okay. So first off, what we do is this. We go over to the S&Ps. What do you have with the S&P cash? This is what you have. Cash market right now, we're at 1975.37. What you are doing, it's down 2.5, but the bottom line, what you are doing, you're pushing into the highs with dramatically lighter volume. It's going to be really wild watching this come into the close. The reason being is that right now, the NYSE is down all of about 340 million shares. That sets up, you know, and there has to be, well, there doesn't have to be, but I suspect there's going to be some kind of pile-in at the end of the day, because at 330 million at this point, that'd be like get you a run rate of about 400 million. If we hit 400 million run rate today, just, you know, bottom line, that would be so anemic as you're pushing into the highs. It would be really dramatic, but we'll see where this shakes out. Get the Dow right now down 41. If we do look at the NASDAQ composite, this is what you have with the composite. The composite right now is off $4. She is pushing into not her high swings, but the swings from last week from the 14th, 15th, and 16th. And that is also pushing in there with dramatically lighter volume. Bond market, there's no doubt. This bond market just has a lot of juice underneath it. You take a look at this bond market, what you're going to see is this. The 10-year right now, we are at 125.09. We've done 648 million thousand contracts out here today. Sideways move. What we had on Friday and Thursday, particularly on Thursday, you pushed into the 125.21 area with accelerated volume. We did 1.5 million contracts. That was going into the swing point of 1.4. What does that set up? That sets up that the 126 May 29th high wants to get tested. I suspect we're going to take it out, but the bottom line, it's going to get tested. The yield once again, it's about, we're going back almost a year. The yield right now is at 2.469. 30-year, you talk about strong like bull, 30-year goes like this. 30-year right now is at 138.15. The high of the 29th of May was 138.10. She has the juice. She is into the swing point, over the swing point. When she actually hit the swing point, which was on Thursday also, we got to the 138.21, and what we had done there, up at that level, we did 431,000 contracts versus 405,000. What that sets up on the 30-year is that it sets up a 142. So it's a big number that I expect you're going to see. What is that going to do? That's going to bring rates even lower. Gold. What do we have with gold? Okay, so volatility in the gold market in an extraordinary way. Gold right now is at 13.14, up 470. And what you had with gold last week is this. When we had the downdraft, folks, that was created on the 14th of July, you came down in the physical market with 209,000 contracts. Last Thursday, we went up with 177,000 contracts. That's how you want to see a supply line basically getting taken care of. You come up, you hit the supply line with good volume, you go sideways. I suspect we're going to build some cars right now to do what? To get up and over the downdraft that was created when gold went from 1340 to 1302 in one day. Bottom line, I suspect she's going to run not only to the 1346 area, but she's going to run all the way up to the 1392 area. If you're in the equities, meaning the silver or gold equities, what you had happen here last week was a verification that the metal market itself, the physical metal market, wants to get up into that 1395 area. Why? Check it out. When we had the XAU come down on the 15th, when it came down with 24 million shares in the XAU, and guess what? When we went top side, 23.7 million. That was intense in the aspect of how the gold and silver equities can push right back, and they push back with just about the same amount of volume as the way down. The gold bugs index, we had come down with 17.2 million, and guess what? We go right back up at 17.1 million. That's what you're looking for inside that market. In fact, it looks to me like the XAU and the HUI are very large ABC structures on the way up. Dollar index. What do we have with the dollar? And this is where it gets. This is where the divergence takes place. Gold was up there, come right back. Guess what? Dollar, we're at 80.61. That little baby also went higher with volume. What you did out here is this. On Friday, it was pushing 80.75. Had some good volume as this pushing there. Had great volume on the 15th when gold come down. We had 26,000 contracts there. This dollar index wants to make us run up to this 81.50 area. Let's take a look at one of the tigers in the den wants to look at SCTY. We're going to be having a lot of numbers after the close out here each and every day. Bottom line coming out, earnings are out here. Solar City, SCTY. Okay, the low in Solar City is 28, the high is 88. And if we take a look at this baby, so if we take a look at the daily first, is what you have. We go topside, wide price spread, accelerated volume on the 17th of June. That's where we went from 54.25 to 65. You did volume of 24 million. You get higher, you get up to the 76 area. You pull back. Now this is where you pull back down to 62. You do 3.2 million versus the 24 million. That's a nice contraction of volume as you're going down. Today, you get some movement in the way up, and you get the volume behind the move again. We did 2.6 million. Your swing point is 3.75. That swing point is at 68.74. What I expect you're going to probably see here, it's going to go up at least trying to test the lows of the last swing high up here, which was 72.01, and right now you're at 68.47. We put this on a weekly basis. We take a look at it on a weekly basis. What you have on the weekly is this. Oh, this is pretty cool. So check this out, folks. This is going to be interesting to see if the other solos are like this. On the weekly basis, what you have is that at 88.35, you have volume. That thing wants to get tested. Now, the low of that week is 75. The high is 88. Let's put it on a monthly and see if we have the same situation on the monthly. We'll put it on a 5-year monthly. Oh, this is cool, though. Check it out. Okay, so at a 5-year monthly, this is what you have. You don't have volume at the high. You have volume that came off the high. You know, we went from $88. Next month, you're down to 56. Wicked contraction, right? But as I said, in the gold market, when you come down hard, the only way you can take out the supply line is you go right back into that, and guess what? This Solar City did it. Solar City went up last month with 145 million versus down 117 million. Fast price destruction, no volume. Yeah, those highs are game. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Don't forget, folks, our new schedule, 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night, live right here at TFNN. We'll be right back, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details, and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get a red light, green light indicator that gives you signals on 25 different future contracts? Now you can with Taz Signal Box. This red light, green light market profile system dynamically updates 24 hours a day and provides you with important trend and trade signals on 9 different commodities, 9 different indices, and 8 different currencies. Right now, you can receive a free 2-week trial to Taz Signal Box. For all the details and to find out how the Signal Box works, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 37. Nasdaq's off 4. S&Ps are off 2.5. We have Big Blue down $1.76. So you get McDonald's off 131. 3M is down 37. Hewlett Packard's off 35. You get ExxonMobil up 45. Disney is up 3. Coke is up 12 cents. And HLF. Okay, if you get into Herbalife, this battle's been going on for quite a while. You get Ackman, who is a fund manager on one side, and you have a few different fund managers, meaning Ackman short the stock. Long the stock, you get one of the Carl Icahn, big number out here. He is a 17.3% owner. That is the filing, however, as of March 31st. These filings don't have to come in until 45 days after the quarter, folks. April, May, June. Yeah, so bottom line, this filing here that as to what they actually own right now won't come in until the middle of August. Bottom line, Ackman today was out on CNBC, and he is stating that tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock he's going to be giving another presentation. And in this presentation, he said he was going to explain why the suppliers are basically a huge fraud. So we'll find out where that shakes. HLF, if we take a look at this on a technical basis, it looks to me that Ackman is going to be the winner out here. Why? So this is what you have. Down $7 right now. We're at 53.82, but that's not the reason that he's going to be the winner. When I say the winner, well, he thinks it's going to go to zero. I don't know if it's going to go to zero. But when we take a look at what it's done, this has a high volume low at $22.24. So bottom line, it's like that wants to be tested. The thing that's amazing about something like this goes like this. This equity in April of 2012, when this whole attack started, basically on Herbalife, attack's probably the wrong word, but anyway, bottom line, stock was $73. Stock goes in 1 month from 73 to 42. Goes sideways for 3 more months, then plunges again to 24. From December of 2012, the stock makes it all the way, not only up to its high, but over its high at 83. And that basis there, when you take a look at that basis, you had Icahn come in and buy 17% of the stock. You have 34, now this number is real, 34.85% of the stock right now, as of the Friday close, is short. So that is over 1 of every 3 shares have to be bought back. So in that context, that's what's always, when you have short positions, okay, what you do not want to happen is that you have a position that is that high and you get a short squeeze going. It looks to me like right now it's just going to be the opposite. In this case, right now, it's down $6. The swing point on this is $49.35. We're already at $53.84. It's done $8.7 million today. The swing point only has $4 million. This probably is so an 8, move this a big ABC down. Let's do these numbers. So 8 point on this is 83. Your B point, oh my God, is 50. Okay, so it's $35. A to B is 35. C is 66. So that gives you what, $31? $31. You break this tomorrow. You break this with volume. $31 is your A to B equals C to D. and I think we just brought this back. What was it, 24? So you get an extension out there. Yeah, it's 24. So needless to say, there's going to be some action in that. Well, there's action now in that equity. You're going to see more tomorrow morning. We go take a look at the financials, the XLF. What we have inside the financials right now is this. The XLF is trading out at 22.87. We are at the highs. You're pushing up into those highs, and today's pretty dramatic. Now, a Monday in the summer, folks, no doubt is hard to get volume going, period. If you are a bull, what you don't want to see is a market just like we are right now. Why? Because what we are doing right now is that we're trying to push into the highs, and the volume today is anemic. In contrast to, if we go over to the 3 Qs for a second, what you're going to see is that since July 7th, we have come down 3 separate times with a very fast, wide price spread, accelerated volume to the downside. The first day we did it was in July 8th. If we take a look at the NDX 100, what we had done is we went from 95.30 to 93.87, 40 million shares. Then what do? You go a little bit higher with 29 million. Next day, you come back down with 44 million. Market refuses to give it up. You go back up on the 14th with 19 million. You go back up and make the high, which is the high at this particular point, 96.30, but right now at 96.11. You made that high with 22 million. We come back down last Thursday again with 43. Today, you're trying to get into a high with 19. You can see the correlation. The correlation of these last 3 highs, and we're almost pushing a full month right now, it goes like this. The top of the channel, 23 million, 19 million, 22 million. The bottom of the channel, 40 million, 44 million, 43 million. The rats are deserting the ship, folks. If we take a look at the SPY, SPY, what do you have with the SPY? Same correlation, a little bit more intense. What you have with the SPY is this. The first high generated out there, July 3rd, actually, we don't even count July 3rd because we had a half a day. If we count July 2nd, 52 million. Then what do? You come down on 99 million. You go back topside with 58. You make the high with 80, and then boom, you come down with 145 million. That was last Thursday. Last Thursday, folks, was the first time that the SPY actually and the S&P were coming down with accelerated volume. The Russell 2000 has been the weakest, has already shown, it's already had a large correction, number one. Bottom line, she's bouncing out here today with lighter volume. The Russell 2000 couldn't make it over its high of March 4th. March 4th, the high was 120.58, and we got up to, we made it. We tested at 120.97. You did that test with 63 million shares versus 112 million. So you did the test of the high with 50% lighter volume, and then what do? You come off that high, huge volume. You come off the high with 52 million shares. You did an A to B equals C to D. You broke the B point, broke it last Thursday with volume. What you're doing out here again is that you're bouncing with lighter volume. This is going to be, I suspect, another ABC structure on the way down. IBB did the exact same thing. The iShares, the NASDAQ biotechs, what they actually did is that they made their full ABC projection on the way down. You're bouncing today with light volume. You're at 929,000 versus 2.7 million. She's setting up another ABC structure on the way down. She's setting up the B to the C right now. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We had the Dow is down 32. NASDAQ is off 1.6. S&Ps are off 2. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials down 37 right now. NASDAQ off 1.5. S&Ps are off 2. And today, folks, at TFNN, we have 10 hours of live programming now. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning, go to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Our new show, we have Mr. John Logan, the Global Market Pulse. So you can tune it to TFNN.mobi, 8 a.m. I changed my show from 4 to 6. It's going 3 to 5 right now. Our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, is going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6. Let's go to Mike in Toronto. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
How was your holiday there?
It was awesome. I had a great week off. It was great, no doubt.
So you didn't do any real estate shopping or condo buying, nothing like that, huh?
I did not.
Unbelievable.
I was grooving on the water. Yeah, I did not.
Okay. Well, anyhow, as your very first caller to your new segment,
Thank you.
I'd like to talk about the VXX on a technical analysis basis.
Okay. So
daily versus weekly.
So you get the VXX, folks, and the VXX is the short-term futures exchange-traded note of the S&P 500 Volatility Futures Index. Okay, so you're trading out here at $28.58. So talk to me.
I see minimum upside 40. Because the previous support on the daily was around 40, and then it broke through in late June.
Okay. Well, I guess the problem I have with the VXX, if you do trade this, is that there's so many easier vehicles to trade. What happens is this: is that the VXX gauges fear, and that means that you have to be in the VXX before the move takes place. And it's somewhat like the, when we talk about the leverage products, whether it's the doubles or the triples. What happens is this, folks, okay, depending on the type of seesaw that we have in the marketplace, and that's what you have right now, okay, the market refuses to go down, goes down a little, comes back to the highs a little, goes down a little, comes back to the highs, goes down a little, comes back to the highs. That type of movement, okay, can turn around and have the VIX, which this is predicated on, go much lower, because you're looking for a move higher, before it goes higher. Then what ends up happening is this, is that you have to be in this before the open, because what ends up happening is that once the volatility comes in, just as you said, yeah, you can spike 5 points in a heartbeat, man, like nothing. I mean, Thursday, it spiked 3 points in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it went up 10%.
Right, which is normal. So I mean, if you had luck trading it, that's good. I agree. Number one, that the volatility is going to come, and yeah, can I see this at 43 and 46? Yeah, in a heartbeat. The move on Thursday would be predicated that, yeah, you can get to 32. We're at 28.57 right now.
Okay. So doing a Fibonacci analysis there, can you activate that Fibonacci analysis on your Bloomberg terminal?
Yeah, you can. I guess my point is that if you there's better things to trade with higher probability that you're going to be right. That's my point here. Okay.
Yeah. It's only my second time. So it's only my second. I think it's my last time too. I'm going to be honest with you. This thing it's like it's a sucker's trade. I don't know. I know you got a 7-second delay there, but it's a sucker's trade.
Well, then don't trade it. That's all my point. This is what ends up happening, folks, is that if you want to trade the VIX and you're looking for that kind of juice, then what you could do is that you could either basically trade whether it's the small caps or the NASDAQ or the S&P, and you trade a double or a triple. I mean, because that's what you're looking for there. I understand what you're looking for. When you're right, what happens is this. When you're right on the VXX, it goes fast and furious, okay? But on the longer basis, the bottom line, you can see that it just keeps going down.
Down and down. Okay. Now, do you have like a fund flow analysis access on the Bloomberg terminal?
Yeah, for the VXX?
Basically on any of the inverse ETFs.
what would happen there is this.
Do you have to go to the direction site? Do I have to go to the direction website to get that, or?
No, you can. I just pulled up. So that was a good question. I'm just curious about this myself. So I just pulled up the VXX, and what you do have, this is kind of interesting. Now, but this is also, these are late filings, okay? But as of the filing on 3/31, so that would have March. That would have at end of March. You had Susquehanna had held a 3.75% position. Now that's a huge position. Now watch this though. Here, I'll bring this up so you can just understand why some of the large funds would do this, okay? This may not be a directional play for the large funds. What it can be is an insurance play, okay? So if I just run through a few of these, let me pull up Susquehanna first, okay? So what will end up happening is that what we're looking for is this, folks. We know the percentage of the VXX that they have. And my speculation that this is going to be an insurance play versus a directional play. So what you look for next is you look for, okay, what is the size of the portfolio that they're basically trying to insure? So I'm pulling this up, and just give me a second. It's loading right now, and it's going to load on a different screen, but I'm going to put it here. So, oh my God, look at this. Yeah, this one here would be. It's still loading, but I can tell by just the first page of this is going to be like a portfolio that's absolutely just a monster. 1 second. Yeah, okay. So here, check this out. This is a portfolio that has the market value is still going up. Just give me a second. It's going to give us the market value. If you happen to be watching Target TV, you're going to watch totals. It's retrieving data for the portfolio. We're already at 19 billion. 20 billion.
He's long the VXX effective March 31st, right? And obviously the VXX has decayed since then. As a portfolio manager, most likely you think he wrote some out-of-the-money call options?
No.
To hedge that VXX position?
No. What would happen here is this. You can see this portfolio just keeps going up. What he would be doing, he didn't want to get these things called away. What he would be doing, I suspect, is that is an insurance policy that if the market goes south, he is basically covering some of his positions, because every one of those positions, of course, would go down. So he's looking, saying that, okay, inside, if in fact the market's going south, what would end up happening is that he has 1.4 million shares of the VXX, and he's just looking to cover a little, in order to. Now, the covering, folks, most of the time an insurance policy is not to make money. It's time for the money manager itself, okay, to get out of position. So it's just one of those deals that, okay, I'm covered. Let's say the VXX goes up, 3 or 4. Let's say it goes up 10 points, okay? So on the 10-point move, what he makes about 15 million. But 15 million is nothing in the context that he has a $43 billion portfolio.
Wow, that's a lot.
It gives him time, whether it's hours or minutes, okay, to get out of more positions. They'd be selling once they see that there's some heavy volatility inside the marketplace. And as we said a little bit earlier when we started this, is that was the position as of March 31st.
Okay.
Have a great one, man. I appreciate the call.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay, have a safe one. 877-927-6648. And the VXX, folks, don't trade it. That's the bottom line. If you want to go short the marketplace, if you think the market's going to go down, risk versus reward, it's going to be the small caps, the NDX 100, the S&P. Why? Because what ends up happening is that you can pick your places, number one. You can pick the risk versus reward, meaning where do you think it's going to come down to versus where it is. In fact, we'll just walk through it right now. Here, if I go into the 3 Qs, right? Check out the 3 Qs. So the risk versus the reward goes like this. Even if the 3 Qs are at its high, well, guess what? You can take the high 96.30 and say, okay, get a number over that. That's where you think it's going to go, right? That's where the failure is. So that's your number. That's where your stop would be if you're going short. What your price point is, what you're going after, which theoretically, the out of time in the trade would be saying, okay, you get a high volume, low at 93.63. You can go after that. That'd be the first stop. You come down with volume, well, then you can really get some action, because then 91.36 would be the next one. That's just the swing point that was established from March. And what we have, and you have two separate areas, both with volume down there, is the February 5th number as well as the April 15th number. So that's how that is set up. What does that do? That gives you the proper money management when you're setting up a trade. Dow Industrials right now are down 44. Nasdaq's off 3.5. S&Ps are off 3.5. The way that Europe closed, folks, you can expect selling coming into this close. Market's held up, pushed into the high, doesn't have the volume intraday. You're going to see some selling coming into this close. You stay right there. We'll come right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Dow's down 47, Nasdaq's up 5, S&Ps are off 3, and you will see some more selling come into this close. We had a question about the Brazil market, folks. And if you're watching Tiger TV, I have the Bolsa up right now, and do not short this baby, okay? Because what you have is this. This was up, it's trading at 57,664. And bottom line is that, this is an equity that did go, an index that went from 7,300, down to 44 in the last 6 months. But guess what? It tested its low, did it on lighter volume. You first plunged down. The index went from 73,100. That was in November of 2010. It goes down to August of 2011. It makes a low at 47,000 with volume. Does a counter trend bounce all the way up to 68,000? No volume. So we had hit a low with 7.8 billion. This is a monthly. Went higher with 5.9. What does it do? Guess what? Comes all the way back down from 68,000, plunges down to 44. Big number on the way down. High volume low. Takes out the other low. If your swing low that had to get tested was 47,000 at 7.8 million, it took it out, went to 44,000, and did 11 billion. Another counter trend bounce? Yes, sure enough. You went from 44 up to 56, and then what do? Then you come back and test it with lighter volume. You tested 44,000 with 6.7 billion versus 11 billion. Now what do you have? What do you have now? Now she's going to be in a consolidation. So two different things end up happening. Tested low at lighter volume. Now you're accelerating to the first swing point. The first swing point is 56,000. That swing point got taken out today. For the month thus far, you're at 4.2 million. That swing point's 12. We'll see whether it has it. I suspect this is going to try to run somewhere up to the 63,000. So bottom line, as what the question was, can we short it? Absolutely no. If we take a look at intraday what's happening, okay, it's always going to be fun. It's great. I'm so psyched doing the show when the market's opened also. Why? Because pure intraday action also, that you'll see that markets intraday, daily, weekly, monthly, they all work the same. What does happen intraday, particularly when we're on the air, you can see a lot more faster. Why? Because it's happening in real time. Now, the SPY, we're at 197.36. What we had done this morning is that you get at 10:40, you got to 196.43. You're down there with 4 million shares on the 10-minute. As we had got higher trying to get into the gap, guess what? It was 600,000. Then what do? We tested it 40 minutes ago at 1.1 million. Bottom line, what you're going to see coming into the close here, 12 minutes, we're at 197.34. It's going to try to make a run for the 197.20. It's going to try to make a run for the 197.03. That's how the baby's set up right here, right now. We take a look at the 3 Qs, the NDX 100, same setup in the NDX 100. NDX 100, got down to a low out here today of 95.56. Crawls. We had a 10-minute intraday bar of 740,000. We get higher with 252,000. That was at 1350. You turned around and got into that at 1530. That's a beautiful thing. 330. You did that with 460,000. So your first one had 252, 460. She wants to get into number one, the 95, 97. You know, we'll see where that shakes out. But I expect she's going to try to make her way down to this 95.88. Nothing heavy in the index, but 95.88, still a downturn. Small caps, the IWM. Now, the IWM, folks, is doing a B to a C of another ABC structure on the way down. The IWM has already come down from 120 down to 112, I believe. Yeah, 112.20. That was hitting Thursday. You hit a low out there with 62 million shares. You're going higher with 28 million shares. That's a classic. You've already done one ABC structure on the way down. She's bouncing again with lighter volume. February 5th time frame is the benchmark on many of these indices. If we go over overseas and you want to see some correlations here, the DAX, which likes to trade like the NDX 100, she got smoked out here today. Well, she's only down 1%, but she took out a swing point of 96.17. We're at 96.12. I don't have the volume yet on that, but I expect what you did see looking at some of the equities that I do have the volume with in Germany is that she took it out with volume. What that would mean is this. We are inside the lower range now. What that puts on the table is that the March 14th low in the DAX, which is 8,900, wants to get tested. The FTSE in the UK, a little bit different. Wants to pull back, but wasn't that bad out here today. It was only down 21 bucks today at 67.28. She will go after the lower swing point of 66.43. And the difference is this. And this is where the volatility comes out, and even with our own S&P versus the NASDAQ. The DAX in Germany likes to trade like the NASDAQ. The FTSE likes to trade like the S&P. The FTSE in the UK never made it over its highs, folks, where the S&P did. You know, last Thursday, the S&P started going south with a nice expansion in volume. The NDX 100 try to get into the highs again today. I expect as we get into these last 3 or 4 minutes, you're going to see little pushes on the way down. In fact, I'll bring up the futures so you can see, you know, this is only a split second before the actual move inside the indices. But what you're looking at right now, if you happen to be looking at my screen, the Target TV, futures are down 350. We're at 1968, and what's sticking out like a sore thumb here is 1961. I don't see them. That was at 1040. Today. Can it get down there? Yeah, it can. That's a big move for all of 5 minutes. You can see the expansion of volume that's already happening, meaning in the last 10 minutes. What I do expect you're going to see is that we're down 350. We'll be down. She can tack on another 250 in about a heartbeat. So that's not the end of the world. But what you will have out here today is this: you're going to have a market that try to get into highs with lighter volume, and you had a failure. That's how this baby is set up right now. The 30-year bond, the 10-year bond are still screaming that, guess what? Rates are going down, and they're going to go down pretty dramatically because that 30-year bond right now wants to go out and trade to 142. And if you remember, the 142 area is ice. Don't forget, folks, we now do 10 hours of programming at TFNN. Brand new show tomorrow morning. Don't forget about it. John Logan was out there today, 8 o'clock in the morning, TFNN.mobi. I'm going to be on every day from 3 to 5. I'm man Andy Heck, 5 to 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You stay right there. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow finish is at 47 down, NASDAQ down 6, S&P 3.5. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Tom in Derry, New Hampshire. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Mr. O'Brien, how how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
This is like old timers week. I heard Rick from British Columbia. I'm waiting to hear Greg from Long Island.
I like that. Totally, man. Totally.
By the way, your website, unbelievable. Watching that thing change over the years. You guys are doing a bang-up job. You get great guests, and
well, listen,
keep up the good work, man.
We appreciate you being out there. We never can do it without all you tigers and tigresses, Tom.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night. And at TFNN, folks, today we started 10 hours a day live programming. John Logan, great market technician. He started the Global Market Pulse. That starts at 8 a.m. So from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., you're going to be able to get us live. All that programming get at tfnn.mobi. My program has swapped out hours. I'm going to be going from 3 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. So 3 to 4, of course, the market's open. Our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, is going to be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Let's go take a look at one of our, this is the belief cards. This is by Maya Angelou. I believe the most important thing beyond discipline and creativity is daring to dare. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 48, NASDAQ off 7, S&P's off 4.5, gold contract up $3.50, trading at $1,312 an ounce. Silver up 9 cents at $20.98 an ounce. Platinum up $2 at $1,491 an ounce. Copper up a penny and a half, trading out at $3.19 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.75 at 104.88. We're going to get our heads wrapped around that today. Bonds, the ever-ready bond market, folks, just won't give it up. 10 years at 128.09. That's on the way to 128. 30-year, folks, broke the high, did it with volume. We're at 138.14. That's on its way to 142. King dollar up 25 ticks, trading at 80.62. The euro at flat at 135.23, and the yen's trading out there at 101.38. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You get a flat market, you're down 3.5. Bottom line, what is she trying to do? She's trying to push into the highs, folks, with anemic volume. You get a Monday in the summer. She did 525 million shares. She's trying to push into 700 from the downdraft that was created last Thursday. That's where the cash S&P went from 1981 down to 1955. We go look at the Dow Industrials. What do you have with the Dow? This is what you have. Flat market. She was down 48, but realistically, it's a flat market. It's an inside day. That's pushing into the highs. No juice behind the move. We take a look at the NASDAQ composite. Inside the composite, she's at the 44.24 area. Also, she is pushing into the July 8th downdraft. Dramatically lighter volume. When I say dramatically lighter volume, you're talking about 1.5 versus 2.4 billion. Big, big numbers. Gold contract, what we have with gold, she, last Thursday, bottom line, got an expansion on the way up, had the juice behind the move. Inside the physical metal market, this is what you have. We had come down with 209,000 contracts. We go up with 177. Now, you're going to need more, and I expect we're going to build some cars to get up and over the downdraft that had been created on the 14th in gold, in silver. The XAU and the HUI have already proven themselves. The XAU and the HUI, folks, meaning the gold and silver equities, went right into that area with just about the same amount of volume, taking out that supply line. That XAU, HUI will have to build up more cars to get up and over it, but bottom line, it was a great start. We're going to take a look at the King Dollar. What do we have with King Dollar? She also wants to trade higher. King Dollar right now is at 80.62. She's building cars to get up to that 81.50 area. 877-927-6648. After the close, we just had Netflix, NFLX, come out with numbers. Goes like this. Netflix closed at 451. She's trading at 457, and you can expect these to be all over the place. When Netflix first came out, she was down to 441. Bang, jumps up to 453. She's at 457. Numbers on Netflix go like this. The estimate was $1.15. She made $1.15. Revenue was $1.34 billion. Bottom line, that's a nice revenue number, and they're adding some, let's see, decent numbers. They see third quarter. Let's see what they're saying. Third quarter. This is going to be interesting. So check this out. They see third quarter 89 cents versus the estimate of 101. Now that's the earnings per share, but it's not the. So that's the bottom line. The top line, they see the revenue matching estimates. So this is going to be really cool watching how Netflix shakes out. The reason being is this. We see many companies come out, and they claim that they made the bottom number, but they can't make the top number. Now, this is just the difference in the third quarter coming out with Netflix. Netflix is saying, hey, we are not going to make the earnings per share number, but we are going to make the revenue number. So we closed at 451, and she's trading at 458. The market basically is saying, in this particular case, the market is saying that they believe that the amount of bottom line number, earnings per share, is going to get spent on content. That's how I'm reading that right now. We go take a look at CMG, Chipotle. Chipotle closed out here at $5.89. She's trading up $40. She's trading up at $6.37. Numbers on Chipotle go like this, and you don't want to be short in this stock. And you know, we had calls before about shorting the stock, folks, and you just don't want to short it. The estimate was 309. They made 350. If you've ever been into one of these, and I had brought this up on the air before, this is one of the most simple businesses there are, period. You go into these places, they're little box places. People like them. Fresh food right in front of you. Very inexpensive to run, folks. When I was the first time I only went into it was only about 4 or 5 months ago, and I was looking at it and I was saying, "Oh my God!" I mean, it's just it's like the reason that Starbucks makes so much money. They're more complicated now than when they were when they're starting. But you know, you sell coffee, you sell it at a premium, you have good coffee. In this particular case, it's their run rate inside of Chipotle's restaurant-wise is about as simple as you can get. You get one serving line, you get 4 or 5 people behind the serving line, you're filling up these boxes, you pick out what you want, you sit down, you're out of that place, and they just turn it over and over and over. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. GE. You want to see GE basically took out a swing point today, took it out with volume. GE's trading at $25.98. She's on her way down to 24. Swing point wise today, we did $59 million versus $35 million at the swing point. The reason you want to keep your eye on GE is this. Of course, it's a highly owned stock by huge amounts of funds and people, but GE, folks, has a high volume low. And guess what? That's at $5.72. To be a total mind blower. There's no doubt, okay? But if it doesn't test the low, then it wants to test the high of the low. Well, the high of the low of 2009 is $11.35. There's something that's not quite right inside GE. When GE was testing its downdraft on a monthly basis, it tested that with 743 million shares versus 3.1 billion shares. Okay? This is a big problem for GE. So we'll see how it continues to go lower, but that, no doubt, is a huge way, long way down. Market cap-wise, it will take the stock apart. And yet, you know, when I look at GE, I'm saying to myself, it makes, technically it makes sense that it wants to get down there. Fundamentally, it makes sense that it wants to get down there. Why? Because what GE has been very good at is basically masking huge amounts of numbers. GE, you know, basically has been in the finance business in a huge way. They're moving a lot of pieces around, but I suspect what they have, what they still might have, in the downdraft of 2008, folks, what had happened is this, is that GE was renting their balance sheet. And specifically what that means is this, is that they would basically co-sign on the loans for large corporations, public corporations, to get a percentage up front, small percentage, but guess what? They basically are still on the hook for many of those loans that are out there. The real key is someone going through all of those right now and saying, okay, are a few of those going south that GE is going to be on the hook for? There's something behind that high volume low that hasn't got tested, and in fact, you start seeing GE breaking swing points and breaking them with volume. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You stay right there, folks. We got Tigress Amy Smith from IBD coming up next. We're going to be right back. The Dow finished down 48. NASDAQ off 7.5. S&P's off 5. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to its subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had Big Blue, IBM down 165, Big Mac. McDonald's is off 144. You had ExxonMobil up 35. Disney was down 7. We had Walmart off 32. And as we do each and every Monday, and now, folks, it's going to be an hour earlier because I changed my hours. We're going from 3 to 5. We got our Tigress, Amy Smith from IBD. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the print edition of Investor Business Daily or the digital edition, you get your choice at investors.com. You can do it right here, right now. Come over to our website at TFNN.com. You're going to see the banner on the right-hand side. It'll say investors.com. You can hit that banner. You can take the choice. 2 weeks of the print edition of Investor Business Daily or 2 weeks at investors.com. And, of course, the way digitally is happening right now, folks, bottom line, right in your phone, you get investors.com, bing, all that education each and every day. Amy Smith, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Tom, everything's great out here. We're actually, you know what? We're actually having some nice, cooler weather. I think it's supposed to heat up, but it was really nice to be in the middle of summer and actually have like kind of nice, really cool evenings. It was nice.
That's great to know. We want you to stay safe out there because we know that heat can boil up that Santa Ana breeze and it's not good, right? Yeah.
It can be, yeah, especially in a water shortage.
Yeah, it's heavy. It really is. And water's so valuable. You know,
I was listening to the news, and the farmers in, of course, the central part of the state are really suffering.
Sure.
And some of the companies, you don't think about this, but we're going to be impacted. White Wave is they have almond milk, and the almond prices are going to go much higher because they're right there where the almonds are grown. That's their source
boy.
of. Yeah. So we're going to see. I think Whole Foods. I think some other companies are going to be impacted by these higher vegetable produce numbers, and it's not good. We could use some rain.
I bet it. You know, it's so funny, Amy, folks. I love almonds, number one. I buy per week probably 10 to 12 cans of them. Okay?
Yay, that's good for you.
I'm going to go buy 50 of them now.
Yes,
because, you know, it's so funny. If you know, folks, they go on sale every once in a while. When they go on sale, I just fill up the whole cart because they don't go bad.
No, and you know what? They're really healthy. They're good for you.
They are. And it's for a snack, you just throw them in. Unless I eat the whole can at once. Then it's like
right.
I say to myself, well, they're good for me, but look what I just did. Unreal. So what's our take on the market? What's IBD's take on the market right now?
Well, we're kind of on this little teeter-totter. I mean, we had mixed emotions last week. We had the market was rattled after Janet Yellen said, that some of these stocks were, a little high priced.
Yes.
And we had the Malaysian crash, which was a tragedy. There were some concerns with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, but then we bounced up. We had a weekday today. The market is fairly resilient considering all of the things we have going on around the globe. Now, having said that, we got 2 heavy days of selling on the NASDAQ last week. We don't like to see them clustered together like that because that's usually like, uh-oh, we could be in for some trouble.
Yes.
But we have some good earnings numbers here after hours with Netflix and Chipotle. So tomorrow, I predict the market will be okay.
Yeah, Chipotle right now, folks, is up $60. It's up 10% after the close.
After the close.
It closed at $5.89. It's trading at $6.50 right now.
And, that's on higher beef costs, higher avocado. I forget what else they had that went up on them. Oh, dairy, higher dairy costs. And they raised the prices in their stores. But get this, they're seeing more growth in sales, I think 17% higher growth in sales. So people are still eating the burritos. The company's still doing pretty well.
Yeah, and well, check this out. This is really cool. Folks, we have this Tiger's Den, and, there's a lot of different traders in there that have all different professions. And one of them, when I was talking about Chipotle in the last hour, but check this out. This is really cool. So he was saying that Chipotle is opening pizza and Chinese places with the same type of business plan. And this company here, which he owns or works for, they're starting to ship them new lighting packages to the stores at the rate of 6 to 8 per month nationwide right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's interesting that they can take that, and it would make sense they can take that concept, folks, to pizza and Chinese food, because their concept is clean. Their concept is, you get a straight line, 5 or 6 employees behind the line, fresh food, clean food. The places, are not overdone. They get them in and out,
And you know what the other thing is, too, is I've done these presentations on what makes a super stock. What is it that makes a super stock? Of course, it's what you said. It's the big demand from the public. You got lines. The one in Beverly Hills, there's always a line at Chipotle. And, you have to have something that's inexpensive that a lot of people can eat. It's popular with all different age groups. You can see young people in there. You see older people in there. My daughter's a huge fan of it.
The young people love it. No, there's no doubt. Yeah.
There is no doubt. And you know what? You can get a good meal for, not much, $8 or something like that.
Right. That's big. No doubt about it.
Now, Netflix, I'm looking at my after-hours
they did it too.
They are up to not as much as Chipotle, but they added 1.6 million subscribers globally in the second quarter. One analyst said, yeah, but they're paying more for content. But so far they have 50 million streaming subscribers globally. They're looking for 53 million in the third quarter and the next quarter. So they're still going strong. The popular show Orange is the New Black, and they had the House of Cards show with Kevin Spacey.
Yep.
Both of those are extremely popular. So they have a really strong CEO. They have a smart guy in there. I think that's another company that's just going to keep doing well.
No, I agree. What's so funny is that I don't watch a lot of TV, but between Netflix, I started watching Breaking Bad last year, and of course I got hooked on that, right?
Yeah.
And then the House of Cards I watched, and then I only stopped watching the first episode of Orange is the New Black, and folks, it is insane. It's good.
It's hilarious.
It is. It's good. But the bottom line is I don't watch regular TV, so I'm saying to myself, I really want to pull that cord on everything else, because it's like Netflix is all of $8 when, cable's what, $150, $170 it seems that, it's like, okay, do I really need this? No.
I know.
And that's where I think Netflix is going to grind down the rest of it. There's no doubt about it.
Well, my daughter and I were watching, and the rest of the family were watching, what's it called? I think it's called Hightower. It's where they filmed Downton Abbey. It's the actual... Okay. And so you watch one documentary, okay, and then they suggest another one that's in a related thing, and you start clicking through.
Nice.
We sat there and watched about 6 documentaries in a row from Netflix, but you're right. You know what? It was so much better than what was on TV.
Yeah. No, I agree. And it's inexpensive.
Very inexpensive.
No doubt about it. So now, Tuesday, we get some action here. You got Apple and Facebook, right?
Yeah, so Tuesday we got Apple, we got Wednesday on Facebook, and Thursday Under Armour reports. And, this is the catalyst that I'm looking for. If all these big names report decent numbers, I would think that we could turn the market around. But who knows? We still have worries out of Israel. We still got the Ukraine situation.
Sure.
But one thing you have to say, I'm going to fall asleep if something doesn't happen to the market, because the stocks are kind of just all sitting there. Nothing's falling apart, but nothing's really moving really much higher. So we will hope that this is a catalyst to move the market higher.
Now let's move right. Bill's book, is out in audio format, and yours is also, right?
It is, and you can buy them bundled together on Amazon. They're fairly inexpensive, and the nice thing about audio is you can listen to them while you're doing something else.
Right, so you can go right over to Amazon.com, folks. Of course, just pull Bill O'Neill, Amy Smith. You can get that 2 books bundled.
Yeah, How to Make Money in Stocks and How to Make Money in Stocks Success Stories.
It's a beautiful thing. Amy, you have a great week, safe week. Look forward to speaking to you right back here next week.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
Thanks so much. You stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman wave sequence. Using the Chapman wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy. A set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish down off 48, NASDAQ off 7, S&P's off 5.5. And as we do each and every Monday at 30 past the second hour, we get our man, Mr. Chad Coco. Chad, folks, each and every Tuesday, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, does the best option show on the planet. It's sponsored by TD Ameritrade, Think or Swim. If you haven't test drove the platform yet, the Think or Swim TD Ameritrade platform, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. On the right-hand side, you're going to see the banner, or in the very top. You can hit that banner. You can bring the account up. They will put paper money in your account. It's an outstanding platform. I use it each and every day, whether I'm trading equities, options, commodities, futures, or currencies. It's all on one platform. It's an outstanding platform. Don't forget, tomorrow, no matter where you are in the world, you can get Chad at noontime Eastern Standard Time right on your cell phone. and your cell phone, you just put TFNN.MOBI. Chad, what's going on?
It's the futures. I'm sorry, it's the earnings season. So we got a lot of earnings plays to talk about tomorrow.
Yes, and after the close out here tonight, we definitely have movement. You have Chipotle up $60. Pretty amazing. Actually, now it's up $65, folks. It closed at $5.89. It's up $65. Netflix, not as much, but Netflix is up $7 for $4 right now. We'll see how the rest of these come in. Tomorrow morning, we do have a slew of earnings that are coming out in the morning, in the afternoon, more so in the afternoon. You get Apple, Microsoft, United Technologies, VMware, and Xilinx. So that should make for a good show tomorrow, because I'm sure that folks are going to want to think about, okay, what are the expected moves in some of these equities that are coming out, Chad?
We'll be happy to show how to get those numbers out from using the Thinkorswim platform and some trading strategies around those numbers.
Yeah, and what we're talking about, folks, is that the option market in general, the theory behind the option market is that you have bulls, you have bears, and as they are putting their positions on, when Chad and I were talking about expected move, it does not give you which way it's going to go, folks. What it does is this, is that it says that, let's say a stock closes at 50. The expected move could be 7, 8, whatever that number is. And they get very close, and it's either up or down. It's the expected movement inside when there is an announcement out. And when you are either in it or you're trading it, it's a great tool to understand what the market is projecting prior to it. On the Thinkorswim platform, it's very easy to use, and as Chad just said, he'll basically be out here walking you through different expected moves that could be in that marketplace as these earnings come out. What's going to be interesting here is that, we're at the very beginning of the earnings season. Of course, we're in the summer, slows things down, but the way this thing started out already, SanDisk got killed last week. So we definitely have the yin and the yang out here. And I guess when we take a look at the numbers that have come out the next few days, this week in itself for those weekly options, meaning they expire on Friday, Chad, there should be a lot of action in those.
There definitely is a lot of volatility already built into it right now, and those weekly options expiring coming up this Friday gives us a lot of opportunity to take advantage of that.
Let me ask you, we get a lot of calls here, and no matter how many times the VXX, okay? So I always get these calls on the VXX. And, the bottom line, I tell people, hey, listen, don't trade it. And the reason I tell them that, okay, is that we know that in order for the VIX to move, it's an after-the-fact deal, folks. And so when I get these calls, Chad, I says, listen, if you're bullish or bearish, you're a lot better off basically trading the Qs, the diamonds, or the spies, because we know that the VIX can, it moves, and it moves very fast and furious, but it's like, why throw a pair of dice when you don't have to?
Sure does, yeah. The VIX is more of an indication of what's going to happen with everything else, not something more forward-looking, more of looking back. I wouldn't trade that directly, but you can definitely use that to get some insight and some other plays, maybe some directional movement on a symbol that you would like to trade.
Sure, absolutely. Well, listen, folks, it's tomorrow, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, no matter where you are, just on your cell phone, TFNN.MOBI. So, hey, what is the weather in Chicago right now?
I think it was 85 and humid and somewhat overcast at the moment. But
85? That's not bad.
We'll take it.
You don't have a tinderbox going yet. That's not bad.
No, I'll take it.
After that winter, you need some good weather, man. No doubt.
How true that is.
Okay, well, listen, man, you have a great night, safe night, and, of course, we look forward to the program tomorrow, Chad.
I'll be glad to be there. Have a good one.
Okay, man. Have a great one. After the close out here, we also had SANM, Sanmia, come out with numbers. This closed at $22.35. This is trading right now at $24.20. And let's see, this company is a contract manufacturer, and she's got some juice. She's going to go after a swing point up here. She's going to go after that swing of 23.40, and right now we're at 22.35. CMG is just a monster. Man, this is going to be pretty intense, because you have a move that the stock is up 10%. And inside CMG, folks, you have, I think it's not that bad. It's 1.4 million shares, 4.5% of it is in the short position. But bottom line is that this little baby is going to basically launch a swing point and launch it with some dramatic volume. And if you want to see basically a classic of how these things like to test on a weekly or a monthly basis, what you have is this, is that the week of October 13th of 2013, you break topside, you go from 432 to 511. You do that with 4.9 million shares. Goes sideways, test it with 2.9, goes topside again with 5 million shares, goes from 480 to 468, goes all the way up to 622, and watch how this tests. It's pretty amazing. The test of the swing was with 3.7 million versus 5.7, rejected, lower price, did it with lighter volume, ended up with a hammer simultaneously. Can't bust it down? Guess what? You're going to go bust it up. On the weekly basis, it's only going to need 2.8 million shares, taking out the highs of 2014. Bottom line, you already did 1 million shares today. This thing's going to thing below that swing point away. That was on the weekly. We take this and we put this on a monthly basis. What you're going to see on the monthly is that you get a high volume shooting star with 11 million shares. We've already done 5.8. I suspect it has, let's see, we're at the 21st. It has enough time to get the volume up, to get up and over that area with volume. Coming up tomorrow, there's some big numbers coming out here tomorrow. In fact, it's going to be Apple, Microsoft, United Technologies, VMware, Xilinx. On Wednesday, what we have Delta, EMC. And EMC, if we go over to EMC out here, what you have, there's some movement in EMC. There's a couple hedge funds that want them to sell their stake in VMware off. EMC right now is trading at $28.33. She got into and over the swing point, which was generated in March. That swing point had 32 million. You just took it out with 51. That's saying, hey, guess what? That thing wants to go higher, 28, 32 bucks. She's got 32 bucks in it. When you do look at EMC, this was a monster high flyer in the 90s, folks. But what you do have is that this is quite a consolidation that is and was set up at this $22 area. And when we're talking about building cars, it's been building cars since January of 2011. We take this back 15 years, and what you're going to see, it's at the top of its range. This is a stock that had been at 102, is at 28. If it gets over 30, this thing gets over 30, this thing can run to 45 bucks, which is pretty intense. So we'll see where that shakes out, but that's going to be a big number. Apple, of course, tomorrow is going to be the big number inside the NDX 100. Apple closed today at 93.93. And what Apple has is this. Apple has, last time we had any volume on Apple was at 85 bucks. So we'll see if she can handle this high, we'll see how she trades out tomorrow. But when she got up to that 97 high, and that 97 high, I believe, was right next to the actual high in Apple, because Apple had a 700 high. It is. Oh, look at this. This is wild. So Apple, folks, at its highs, you had a shooting star and a doji at 2.3 million at 100.72. That's a 7-for-1 stock split, so that would have been 700. What we had out here today is that we're at 97.10. Last week, you came into those highs with 1.2 billion versus 3 billion. That's saying, guess what? Apple's not going to be able to handle higher price. That's going to be a big number in the market, for the market. And that number, I believe, is, it's coming out after the market. Most of the time, Apple comes out after the market, normally about 4:30. Microsoft is coming out tomorrow also. So both of those inside the NDX 100 is a big number. Microsoft up 14 cents today. Microsoft had a big lift last week. Wide price spread, accelerated volume. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. We had the Dow finish down 48. NASDAQ off 7.5. S&P's off 5.5. We're going to be right back.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technamental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technamental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technamental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Harmony Gold. For more information, just click the Harmony Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish down 48, NASDAQ off 7.5, S&P's off 5.5. Now, as of today, folks, we added another hour at TFNN. We go live each and every trading day, 8 a.m., 8 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can get all that programming at TFNN. Our program in the morning is our man, Mr. John Logan. You heard many times on our program, on my program. He has a new program. It's called the Global Market Pulse. Outstanding program, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, then our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, kicks in. I've changed the hours of my show. We're going to be going from 3 to 5 Eastern Standard Time each and every trading day. Our man, Mr. Andy Heck's going to be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, tomorrow morning, what do we have out here? We're inside the earnings season tomorrow morning. Numbers coming out. You have Coca-Cola tomorrow morning, DuPont, Harley-Davidson, Philip Morris, Verizon, and let's see, CIT. We got CIT Group. Okay, they're commercial bank holding group. Bottom line is that that is in the morning. In the afternoon, we got Apple, Microsoft, United Technologies, VMware, and Xilinx. VMW, let's go look at VMware right now because EMC had some juice underneath it today. VMware, it was down 236. That stock is at $92.95. And if we take a look at this, it's just the opposite of EMC. And inside of VMware, now this is a company that EMC had basically split off. EMC still owns 32.97% of the company. And what you have inside EMC, if we go over to EMC, you have a hedge fund that's making a run at EMC. And what that run is all about, EMC was up at $1.35. What that run is all about is saying that that fund wants EMC to start pushing that VMware out to get a smaller position in it, and that's where, of course, the thing that's amazing is that you could actually see that this was happening before the aspect of the hedge fund basically saying, hey, push VMware out. I don't know particularly why. I suspect what's going on there is, let me just look at this quickly. So, gross. I suspect what the hedge fund is probably saying is that VMware is probably overvalued as to what EMC is at right now. But the way that this is set up, which is pretty amazing, is that VMware is at 92, and it looks like it wants to go down to about 88 to 81. And just the opposite with EMC. EMC looks like it wants to get to higher price. So we'll see where that shakes out. What is wild, though, is that VMware does have also, if they can make it through this bout, they have a high volume high at 124. And that said, if they can basically stay alive, even after EMC pushing them out, VMware eventually does want to go back up to that level. So it'll be interesting watching the Elliott Management, which is the hedge fund, going against EMC. After the closeout here today is CMG, which is, you talk about putting some juice into CMG. She is trading at $6.44, so that is up $54. She was up actually $60. She came out with numbers, good numbers. Netflix, NFLX, that also come out with decent numbers. Netflix is only up about $5 right now. Now Netflix had varied. Netflix closed at $4.51. It was up $7. Traded as low as $4.41, about 3 or 4 minutes, then shot up to $4.57. Right now she's hanging out here at $4.55. If we do take a look at this Netflix at $4.55, your swing high up there is $4.75. So we'll see whether she can make it through that downdraft that had been created out there on the 7th of July. When we take a look at world markets out here, what you had out here today is this. The DAX, folks, in Germany came down hard. In fact, let me see if I have the volume right now. The DAX broke a swing point, broke it with volume. We're at 96.12. And that swing point, okay, so I have it. So 65 million shares versus 96. So the DAX had lighter volume. She did break the swing point. Yes, our man, Mr. Dave White, just gave me a heads up on Dubai again, which he did this morning. I do appreciate that, Dave. Dubai, no doubt, came down again, came down hard. And when we talk about this aspect of how you can bounce, Dubai absolutely bounced. It bounced all the way back, and then guess what? Went south once again. That's what I expect you're going to see out here, folks, is the surprises are going to be on the downside, just like when you had last Thursday. Last Thursday, that was the first time that the S&P actually started coming south, and coming south with larger volume. The small caps have already fell apart. They come down hard. NDX 100 hanging at its highs. S&P, you had last Thursday was the first time that we came off those highs with some juice. The numbers out here tonight, I expect what we did in the markets is that the S&P, the Dow, she's pushing into the high, no volume behind the move. GE is a big indication that there's definitely trouble ahead for GE. We'll see whether it basically gets inside the Dow Industrials. What GE did today, she broke a swing point, broke it with volume. She did 59 million shares versus 32 million. And GE's going after this February 5th swing low. The February 5th swing low and all the equities and all the indices is a decent benchmark. And what you've seen is that you've seen the small caps go after it, number one. The IBB fell apart. That's doing a B2C of another ABC structure on the way down. That did a full price projection. GE is making her way down there. The real key is going to be, no doubt, how the NDX 100 reacts tomorrow when Apple and simultaneously Microsoft is coming out. Apple and Microsoft, two largest weighting structures inside the NDX 100, so it's a big number. The bonds, guess what? You get to finance houses, you want to go buy a house, go do it, folks. We're at 2.467 at the 10-year, and I expect, number one, the 10-year is going to go down to about 2.3, 2.2. The 10-year right now is at 125.10. She wants to run to 128. The 30-year already broke the swing high. She broke the 138 level. She's at 138.16. Did it with volume. 30-year wants to go to 142. And, we'll see where we go from there. Bottom line is that that's saying that rates will continue to go lower. You can make, there's a million different arguments about why that shouldn't happen. Bottom line, it's happening. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Don't forget, new hours at TFNN, 8 in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. You can get it all at tfnn.mobi. I'm on live 3 to 5. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking tomorrow.